Hello everyone and welcome back to Healings by Francis. I am Francis Gonzalez Griffin and today I'm doing the card pull for the full moon in Pisces, and it's a blue supermoon, which means it is the energy that's coming in for this moon is a ton of abundance. So please make sure you're manifesting during this full moon. But the thing is about this full moon is it's definitely amplifying the kind of energy that you're currently carrying. So if you're tending to be in a more negative place right now, that's what's going to be amplified for the next few days. If you stay in a positive place, what's going to be amplified is more positivity. If you stay in an abundant place, a more place of gratitude, that's what's going to be amplified. More abundance will come towards you. More of what you're grateful for will come towards you. So it's very important during this time that you make sure to stay in a place of positivity, of positive energy, of a high vibration, because that's everything that's going to be like mirrored to you. And right now, this Pisces moon, it's very much a man. Oh my gosh. So I'm hearing Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson, right? And that's why I said it was very much, I meant to say mirroring to you, and I said man instead. That's the song that's playing in my head, The Man in the Mirror, because the Pisces blue supermoon that's coming in is definitely going to amplify what you are showing in the mirror right now. It's going to reflect back as to what you are in this moment. That's why I'm saying it's very important for you right now to make sure you're in a positive, high vibrational place, because that's what's going to be reflected back to you. That's what's going to be amplified. So I'm kind of excited. Hay House had a 50% off sale, and whenever they do that, I buy a bunch of decks that I don't have. So I am actually using 4 new decks. Moonology Manifestation Oracle, The Law of Positivism by Shereen Oberg. And I'm sorry, that was Yasmin Boland. That does the Healing Spirits Oracle by Gordon Smith. I don't have any decks by him. And this was just a little fun deck. It's only a few cards, but it's so cute. It's a pocket crystal ball is what it's called. It's a pocket oracle. And that is by Athene Noctua. And I'm sorry if I butchered your name in any way. So let's start with these cards. Now, if I go over, because I'm using so many decks and because of the energy that I have to speak to about the blue supermoon, and then I will cut this up and put it on Instagram in parts. Now, on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be all one. So, and if you're on Facebook, I basically post on my Facebook channel, my Facebook account, I post just the link to my YouTube account. So either way, wherever you're seeing this, you will get the full video. It won't matter if I go over 15 minutes, because I'll do it I'll splice it and put it into parts anyway. So I ask, oh, you get to see what I do now since I'm on video. I ask for the energy of Archangel Metatron to come in now with me. I also ask for the energy of Archangel Sandalphon to come in, because as above, so below. For those who'll be watching this video, messages that they need to hear right now through the supermoon, the blue supermoon, and it's a Pisces blue supermoon. I'm a Cancer, so whenever any kind of moon is in water, it always affects me more. So if you're a water sign, a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer, you will feel this a lot stronger. The thing I want to say to you right now is stay away from arguing. If somebody's getting under your skin, if you're annoyed about something, just push it out and let it go. It doesn't serve you right now. Any argument that you start, or any kind of upheaval that starts right now, is not going to bode well. So just leave it for the next few days. Just leave it into the hands of the universe, and then maybe you can discuss it in a better time. I'm just saying the emotions can run high right now, so things, as I said, can be amplified. An argument will be amplified, and that's usually not something you want to do during this time, is all I'm saying. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh my goodness. Look at the card that comes out, the first one. Full moon in Pisces. Forgive. So it is a full moon, and look at, you can see the fish. I don't know how, if you can see the fish along the moon right there. What I was just saying, instead of getting into any kind of argument right now or any kind of discussing of anything that's been bothering you, don't do it. Just forgive right now, because whatever, if you put the energy of forgiveness out into the world, that's what will get amplified. And you know what? Maybe you'll be forgiven by somebody or something that has happened in the recent past or in the past, or that's happening presently right now. It is a moment, a time to forgive. It is not a time to argue, to have disagreements. Just forgive and let go, because every time you forgive, you are removing burdens. Holding on to any kind of resentment or any kind of anything like that, it just burdens you. It weighs you down. And you forgive, if you want to think of it this way, forgive for this sake of yourself, because forgiving and letting go will make you a happier person, will make you a more uplifted person, will make you a more balanced person, is what I'm hearing. So I'm going to put this card over to the side, and hopefully I'm sitting in the center, because I didn't look at the camera before I sat down. I should have done that. Let's pull, well, that one flew right out. The new moon and Aries, go for it, is the card that came out. I don't know if you can see that clearly. New moon in Aries. First of all, it's funny that it's the energy of a full moon and a new moon. So usually during a full moon, you're letting go of things. Since this is a blue supermoon, and it is in Pisces, since it's a supermoon, the second one happening in August, it is one that is of abundance. Usually during a new moon is when you try to manifest and whatever. Manifest, bring in what you want. But this full moon, which is usually a full moon, is thought of letting go what no longer serves you, right? It is an abundant moon, which means you can manifest during this full moon. And it's kind of funny that the new moon card comes out right after this one, telling you to go for it. Make sure you're going through your manifesting, whatever it is that you do during your new moon ritual. Do it today for this full moon, because this is a time of manifesting and bringing in what you really want and need in your life. Positivity, whatever abundance you want, whatever it is that you've been going for, this is the time. It says go for it. This is the time that you can start something new. Even though it's not a new moon, it is time to start something new. So if you've been working towards something, it's a time for you to go for it, which is funny because usually it's not during a full moon, right? But it is indicative. This full moon is got the energy of a new moon as well. So let's pull another card. I'm going to take that one since it fell slowly off the deck. Full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Okay, this is what I mean. For some of you, I feel like there is some kind of tension. That's why I was telling you not to argue and not to have a disagreement right now. If you're one of the people who are going through that right now, and instead of wanting to yell or, prove that you're right in whatever way, take a deep breath and let it go. That's what you need to let go right now, because it is important not to amplify anything that's negative during this time. And it's a full moon in Scorpio card, and I love how it says breathe through. I don't know if you can see that, but you see the little scorpion right there and all the water. It's a very beautiful card. I'm seeing all these cards anew because I literally cracked these decks open probably like a half an hour ago, and I just shuffled them real good and stuff just to get my energy into them so that I can be prepared for these readings. But I have not literally looked through the cards yet. So as you're seeing them, if this is the first time you're seeing them, so am I. Let me move on to the law of positivism. That deck just called out to me. One, it has a lion. It had like a amethyst sphere. And I'm all about positivity. I try to find the positive in every possible way. I'm definitely a silver linings, half full kind of person. So when I saw that, I was like, I'm buying that deck. And it's a nice sturdy deck. So let's see what other messages during this full moon in Pisces. Oh, there goes. I listen to the voice of my body. It lets me know exactly what I need. Oh, and it's a full moon in the background. Look at that. Is there a card? These are such thick cards. I thought that there was one stuck to it, but it's not. I love the fact that there's a full moon back here. And look, there's a mom and a baby. To me, again, it says, I listen to the voice of my body. It lets me know exactly what I need. It is important during this time that you nurture yourself. This is a card of nurturing, and I love the whole scene in the background and everything, but it is all about remembering to nurture yourself. Put your self-care, your self-love number one during this time. Doing that will actually, I'm sorry, as I'm saying this, Spirit is talking to me. Okay, so let me finish what I was going to say. Self-love, self-care, that will be amplified as well. That will bring more abundance towards you. Having good self-care and self-love, taking care of yourself, is being grateful for the vessel that you're in. We're all spirit in a vessel, in an earthly vessel, like a, I don't want to say like meat suit, but you know what I mean. We're in it, but we're still spirit, and that will be amplified. It will be showing gratitude to the universe for the fact that you're here right now, you're healthy, whatnot. Make sure you're taking care of yourself during this time. Instead of thinking of the tension or whatever that you may be going through, focus on yourself at this point in time and take care of yourself, because that's what's important, right? And there's a little note to people here, because there's a mother and a baby. For those of you that are mothers or parents, a father, look to your children, and I feel like remember what it was like when you were a child, when you were the purity, the innocence, the naiveness. Go back to those times and try to emulate that purity, that time that you didn't have like weren't jaded against anything. That is the way that you are able, if you're one of those people going through a harder, tougher time where maybe it's more on the negative vibration side than a positive vibration side, that's how you bring back that innocence and that joy and happiness that you had as a child. Like if you have children at this time, look at how they act, look at how they're being. Get down on the floor and play with them is what I'm hearing. It's going to bring you joy and happiness, and it's going to have your mind and your heart focusing on something that isn't negative, but the positive in your life is what I'm hearing. Let me pull in oh, I'm not going to take that card because I had just picked them up. So let me shuffle again. And if you're wondering, yes, I am completely crystalled out on the full moon. I have as much, I'm a Cancer, so, you know, rainbow, moonstone in general, it is our crystal. And I have as much as I can on today because it always helps. So if you're a Cancer, make sure you're wearing your moonstone, whether it's rainbow moonstone, regular moonstone. It helps you with the ebbs and flows of the energy during a full moon or a new moon in general. I try to wear it almost every day, to tell you the truth, because us as Cancers, we have like, we're the only sign that is completely just ever changing every day of the month, because, you know, most signs, the planet that correlates with them, they don't move that much. They're just shifting throughout like a whole month. They don't change too much in their like orbit, whereas the moon is constantly changing every day. So that's why Cancers can be like, woo, like that. So that helps you balance. The moonstone energy helps balance those ebbs and flows. So I try to wear mine almost every day if I don't wear them every day. Let's grab another card. I'll take that one. I connect with the strength and the wisdom of my ancestors. I love this card. I really am so happy. I'm grateful right now that I bought these decks. First of all, there's two peacocks, which peacocks are always, to me, almost the most beautiful animal on the planet. All of the colors, they have such wonderful high vibrational energy. And you see your ancestor there in the background, ancestors in the background. during this time, if you are at a point where I really feel like the ancestors are strong right now, during this full moon, you know, the veil always gets just a little bit thinner during full moons. So that enables like spirit to come through stronger, ancestors to come through stronger. And I really feel as a message, oh, these have numbers and I wasn't saying the numbers. I'm sorry. So this was number 5. I'd like to say the number just in case that's indicative to somebody watching. It resonates better for that reason. Oh, and this one's 50. That's funny. So that's 5 and this is 50. Reach out to your ancestors right now. The veil is thinner and it's easier to communicate with them. They can always hear you and be with you, but it's the fact of whether you know that they are or not. And you will have an easier time knowing that they're around. Ask them for a sign if you want, but if you're in a time where you're feeling lost, is what I'm hearing. If you're not knowing if you're where you should be, if you are feeling down or you feel like a lot is coming at you and you need more strength, call on your ancestors to help you with any kind of confusion you have going on right now or anything that maybe you're battling that's kind of rough. They're here for you. They can't help you. They can't comfort you. They can't do any of that unless you ask them to. Ask them for help. So I really feel the energy of ancestors. For some of you, I really feel like the energy of your grandmother. Like grandmother is really close and by you right now. The energy of your grandmother, ask her for help. Ask her to support you. If you want to know if she's there, ask her for a sign. You will be given a sign and then you can feel better about like talking talking to yourself. I talk to spirit all of the time and I know, but for some people they're like, how do I do that? They can hear you. You can talk in your mind. You can talk out loud. You can talk out loud. They're right by you, right? They're listening to what you're saying. You can call them in and say, come in, I want to talk to you, and show me a sign. If it makes you feel better, if it makes you more confident or make you more of a believer, ask them for a sign. But I really feel the energy of a grandmother coming through for some of you. And let me pull one more of these cards. Oh, that one fell, so I'll take it. Number 42. I let go of fears that are stored in my soul. Yeah, this is a full moon. Whatever fears that you've been holding on to or pushing down. I see somebody in my mind's eye. It's really funny, but I see like somebody with a pillow and a pillowcase. And the analogy of like stuffing the pillow into the pillowcase, but like stuffing it and like almost like pounding it down with your fist. Like that's what you're doing with your fears. You need to let go of your fears. Don't hold on to them. Ask your ancestors. I feel like your grandmother, like a grandmother energy, it might be a grandfather, but I really feel it's a grandmother. Ask them. It might even be a fear that isn't even yours, but it's funny. Fears and like traumas, all those kind of things are actually passed down. Even if they didn't happen to you, they're passed down to you from your ancestors. And I feel like there's a real, this is the message now, clearly. A grandmother type figure is with you now. It is something that belonged to her, that has been passed down to you, and she wants you to let it go because it's not yours. It's not yours, and she doesn't want it to be held within your soul. So she's here now to help you release it. So ask her for help and help releasing it and let it go. This is the perfect time. I feel like Elsa. Let it go, right? It is time to let it go. It doesn't belong to you, and I feel like it's holding you back. Here, let's move on to this deck. Nope, and there goes the first card. This is the Healing Spirits Oracle, which is funny. Now that it makes sense, I literally picked out the Moonology deck, then the Law of Positivism, and then the Healing Spirits deck. One right after. That's the order I decided that they would be in. And after that message, now I'm moving on to the Healing Spirits deck, which makes... You're not even going to believe the card. It's a beautiful card. Look at all of those colors. I'm a very colorful person, so I love all these colors. It says, don't fear change, embrace it and grow. Look at that. Don't fear change. So maybe some of you are fearing a change that is coming, that is happening right now, or that's coming down the pike very shortly. Don't fear change. I used to be, when I was younger, I didn't like change. I would tell everybody, I'm not a fan of change. I don't like change. And now I embrace change because I know if it's coming in, it's because it's what's needed for me to grow in life. And this is what exactly this card is saying. Don't fear the change, embrace it and grow. And that's how, it's kind of a motto I've always said. And I really love this card because, like I said, I haven't looked through the cards in the deck. I just shuffled them. And it's number 34. And I say it all the time because I was such a adamant in my life up until I would say probably like a decade ago, maybe 10 years, that I didn't like change. I refused to change. I fought it tooth and nail. And now I embrace it because I realize this change, it makes me stronger. It helps me grow. It makes me, like, I feel like change is always almost like a lesson that comes in. And whatever that change that you may be fearing is right now, it is not. Look at, embracing it is going to bring all of these beautiful positive colors towards you. The yellow of joy, the pink of love of your heart. I'm telling you, whatever the change is that you've been fighting, don't fight it. Don't fear it. Release that fear. And that fear might be the fear that's been being passed down to you. It might be, because it's one card after the other. It might be that. But for some of you, it may be exactly that. For some of you, it might just be a change that you don't want to deal with and want to, been trying to fight. But I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's a blessing. It is a blessing. Let's pull one more card from this. How many cards did I pull from that deck already? Oh, I'll pull 2 more cards in eventually, probably. Oh, that one flew out, so I'll take it. Oh, that's beautiful. I really, look at that. Be the best version of yourself and start today. Be the best version of yourself and start today. Look at that card. All the beautiful purples. An angel, basically. Look at the wispy wings. You could, for some of you, that might be like a fairy. It could be a fairy. For some of you, it might be an angel. But I live every day trying to be the best version of myself, knowing that some days the best version of myself, my best, may not be as good as it is today as when I'm not feeling well, or some days. But I'm being told that motto is important for you to have going forward. So it's kind of like niche. I feel like a lot of these cards are coming through where it's stuff that I believe in and do. And I feel like it's a teaching moment for myself, for you guys. So I hope you want to be, you embrace it, like it says, the change. But I try to be the best version of myself every day. And it might, depending on type of energy, like how much energy you have that day, how you're feeling that day, your best is not always the same each day. But as long as you're doing your best every day and trying to be the best version of yourself, you are doing what the universe, what God, what source, whatever you call it, wants and needs from you. You doing that brings so much light into this world. And we all know we need more light, right? But I'm saying try every day to be the best version of yourself. And it's okay when you have low energy one day, you're tired or you're not feeling well. Just be the best that you can be that day. And if you can't that day, guess what? The next day, there's always a next day. The sun goes down, it comes back up, and there's always a new opportunity. And I feel like when saying that, I'm hearing this might be one person that this reaches out to. It's okay. Let go of what happened yesterday or 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Let go of it and start anew. That's what needed to be said there. So let me move on. Oh, did I pull? I'll pull one more card from this. I'm doing 3 of each. This is going to be a very long video, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Oh, and there goes that one. Oh, this is a beautiful card. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. That one fell on the floor. That one was pretty important. Whenever it like flies out that far that goes on the floor, I always take that as a very important card. And look at all those beautiful reds. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. You're the person who's in charge of your own destiny. Things do not happen as a coincidence. And I feel like some of you just needed to hear that. All of these things that happen in life, you have the power to manifest how you want your life to look like, what you want your life to be. You have all the power to do that yourself. And during this full moon, this is just a confirmation of, where is it? This card, the go for it. These 2 cards, this is a confirmation to this one. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, whatever it is that you've wanted your life to look like, whatever it is that you've wanted and needed is what I'm hearing. You have the ability to do that. You just have to believe in your own ability to affect your destiny. And I feel like with this card coming out right before, be the best version of yourself today, that's your first stepping stone in making it. Sure, you can manifest and do whatever, but a lot of times, like for me, when I really put effort into being the best version of myself, it's almost like the universe blesses you with the destiny that you've been wanting and needing. You got to do the work, is what I'm hearing. You want something to come into your life, then the very first thing you should be doing is being at least trying to be the best version every day. And whatever the best is for that day, that's what it is. It's not about judgment or looking at yourself and judging yourself or anything. My best that's today may not be the best that I can do tomorrow at all. But as long as you're doing the best that you can for that day is what I'm hearing. It will be almost like a stepping stone to making your destiny, the ability to affect your own destiny is what I'm hearing. So make sure you're manifesting. So for me, I know people have a lot of manifestation rituals, but I'm going to share with you what I do. When I wake up on a day like today, and before I went to bed last night, so depending on what part of the world you are, the full moon is either today, August 30th, or it could be August 31st, which like Europe and over to that part of the world, that's when it is for them. But if you're in the United States or like below in Central America, South America, our full moon is today. The energy is it. The energy of the full moon is here days prior and days after. So if you haven't manifested and you don't see this video until August 31st and you're in the United States or like along that ridge right there where you go down Central America, South America, it doesn't matter because you will still have the energy of that full moon. And I'm going to tell you what I do for my manifestation. Like last night before I went to bed, I close my eyes and I just envision what I want my life to look like. Not only my life, but my children's, my husband's life, like what our home life, what I want it all to look like. And then I fell asleep sometime during that, and I don't know what all maybe how far I got before I fell asleep, but this morning I woke up and I did the same thing. And throughout the day today, I keep going back to like those little snapshots in my head that I envisioned, and I keep it there. And every time I see it, I smile. Whether I smile on my face or I smile in my heart, whatever it is. That's my routine. I don't know if that's something you want to adopt, but I figured I'd give you that. Now I'm going to do, I guess these cards, I don't know. I don't think I can use these cards. These little crystal ball cards, they look like you have to ask a question and then you get an answer with these cards. And I don't have a question per se. So this is what I'm going to do. I want you guys to close your eyes right now and take 3 deep breaths in. 1 in and out. In and out. And then in and out. And I want you to ask a question in your mind right now. Ask a question any question that you want to ask. Something that's been going on right now or whatever it is you want to ask. And then I'm going to pull one of these cards and it'll be the answer to what you're asking. So I'm going to give you a moment. Think of the question that you want. And now I am going to pick one card. And that'll be the answer to your question. I've never done this before, so let's see how this goes. Ooh, no cards are coming out yet. Oh, okay, so 2 cards came out. 1 fell on my lap and 1 fell all the way to the floor. So, well, actually 2 fell out on the floor. Okay, I'm going to use all 3 cards that came out because it's literally like, this is the sign. Oh my gosh. So me picking these cards, this is the sign. Listen to your intuition and choose a new direction. And I thought this wasn't going to work out, right? It seems like all 3 of them go together. If the way I see it, the way I read these cards, this is the sign. Me asking you to ask this question is your sign. Listen to your intuition. Choose a new direction. Well, I think that worked out lovely. So I am so glad I got to do this reading for you. I send you so much love and so many blessings. I hope this wonderful supermoon, if it's not cloudy where you live, we had a lot of rain last night, so I thought, I'm not going to get to see the supermoon. It's going to be the closest I believe it will be this whole year. It will be a massive, big moon. Go out, put your crystals out to charge them. Spend some time under the stars and the moon tonight. Sit there, and if you want to do that manifestation like I do, where you envision it, go out. Like me, I'll go out on my deck today and tonight look up at the moon, and I will envision everything that I envisioned last night and today, and I will do it under the new moon, under the super blue moon, and I will release what no longer serves me along with that. And I will work on my manifesting of what I want to bring in. So I have so much love for all of you guys. I'm so grateful for you guys. And I wish you nothing but blessings, so much love. If you have any questions about what to do tonight or do anything for manifestation, put it down in the comments below. But I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings. May you all have a wonderful full moon in Pisces, super blue moon.